Beautiful. Always, it's such a gift to be here. Always, always, always. This is a little medley of 4 stories. Mother tongues. A handful of mothers gather around my favorite tree, waving hats at their children or children's children, climbing nimbly in the branches. They smile and holler, each in a different tongue. And for a moment, I wonder where we are and whether our native lands are at peace or at war. But these mothers of nations stand firm beneath our tree, waving colorful knit caps like the flags of a country where nothing matters more than a child's warm ears. A moment of long silence. Every second Tuesday of the month at 1 o'clock sharp, the disaster siren sounds and the church bells ring. A water lily blooms, a lark sings, and a snake swallows a frog in an instant at what's terrifying and delicious. An actor gets the part, an exec gets the axe, a woman gets a new heart, and a man, poor, dark, and innocent, it's 30 years to life. A child is born, a child laughs, a child cries, and a child dies in his mother's thin and trembling arms. A forest is felled, a village digs itself a new well, an old war, a new peace. The sun rises, the sun sets, rain falls and falls. If it didn't, it wouldn't be rain. Somewhere in the world, this is happening all the time, I know. But now is my moment. Now is our moment to remember the terrible beauty of it all. Candle. Small boy kneels. Quietly, he watches a millipede crawl along the windowsill. Tenderly, he floats a leaf beside, not knowing if what he offers is food or maybe a magic carpet ride. This millipede is my friend. I think I'll give him a name. Herman, he exclaims and scoots off to tell his mama. As she turns to go, Mama hears a great stomp beneath his small red boot. Her boy has crushed one of the ladybugs one sees everywhere that time of year. What was his name? She asks. Her boy turns to her and says quite simply, I don't know. It wasn't my friend. Later that night, Papa's sitting on the porch relaxing with a newspaper. Then his boy bounds toward him and pounces onto his lap. What's his name? Asks the boy, pointing to a picture of an American soldier. Papa shares the soldier's name, rank, and a snippet of his story. Oh, okay. And what's her name? The boy asks again, now pointing to a picture of a little girl. I don't know, says Papa. It doesn't say. Oh, well, did she narrowly escape death too? No, whispers Papa. Just then a firefly lights on Papa's head. Just as he's poised to swat, his boy grabs his hand and says, Not so fast, Papa. This firefly is my friend. Her name is Candle, just like the girl. And light is light. So every Sunday, seekers and servants, pacifists and activists gather to light candles, minds, and hearts. One Sunday, in walks the new man, an old new man, leaning on his cane with a heaviness that seems more than just physical. The greeter beams, "Welcome." The man just shakes his head and slips inside. As the mic is passed around like a lit candle from one soul to the next, the man suddenly grabs it and cries out, "Damn fools, the lot of you! Birmingham, Vietnam, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, no nukes, no spooks, no KXL. Stonewall, ACT UP, WTO, Occupy the Million Man March. Black Lives Matter, yeah, right. You name it, I've been there. And let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. You can spend your whole life fighting the good fight, and it won't come to shit. So make a wish, blow out your damn candles, go home, pop a beer, and turn on the TV. The battle is over, and you, no. We lost. So maybe some Sundays this is the end of the story. But tonight there's a special guest, or rather a village of guests, the Women's World Refugee Choir. One by one, the women rise up to share their stories, one more heart-wrenching than the next, and then silence. And just when it seems silence is the only thing in the world that cannot, will not ever be broken, one of the women lifts her voice to sing Amazing Grace, and then another and another. And soon the whole choir is wrapped in song, and there's not a dry eye in the place. Afterwards, a great light comes streaming in through the window, and everyone's like, whoa, until a fellow peers out and says, "Chillax, y'all, it's just the headlights from a semi in the big box lot across the street." Folks share a good laugh then and are like, well, maybe that new guy's right. We are a little woo-woo sometimes. But then the man, the elder, again rises up, gazes onto a soprano in the front row, scarred face, shining eyes, and says, "Light is light."